Right, all set?
Are you fit?
Not really, no.
Right, episode 9.
10.
It's got 9 on here.
Yeah, well, it's a misprint.
I suppose this is your cold's fault.
Well, probably, yeah.
Oh, right. So it's episode 10 then?
Yes. And it's not Norfolk either.
No. Oh well. Episode 9 then. Shall we begin?
10.
10. Shall we begin?
Yeah, but have you forgotten?
No, your refreshments are in the props, so you can't have it yet.
What, so I've got to wait to have a drink?
Yes.
You've got me off my deathbed,
Yes.
lured me in here,
Yes.
and got nothing to drink?
No.
Sod this, I'm going to the pub. I'll see you later.
I've got to do it on my own.
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Okay. Right. And the news. It's not right, I've got nothing to look at.
Are you going to open them then?
Yeah, go on then. Right. Now we've got to do... So we're doing the news, but we're going to show the props.
Well, can't we just...
It's all gone wrong now. Right, the props this week then.
Yes.
Right, because we're doing a pub site.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought we're doing a pub site, so we're going to have beer.
Right, and where is the pub site?
I don't know, you tell me where the pub site is.
Well,
because on here you've got North Norfolk.
Yeah. Well, it's in Northumberland. We've not really got sort of northeastern beer,
Well, this is
have we?
Cornish.
Yeah.
Oh, open your beer.
Unfortunately, local co-op's a bit limited in that department, isn't it?
Right, the other prop,
Yeah.
would you like me to... No, I'm not going to explain. Because that's the other prop.
Okay.
And we shouldn't be doing props yet.
No.
We should be doing the news.
Yes.
So, what is the news?
Just hang on a minute. Oh dear, I did a mess of that, never mind.
No.
Right, the news.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
right.
we're getting there at last.
Yes. Couple of things this week. Patsy's getting stuffed.
What do you mean?
We're not getting rid of her, no, don't worry.
No.
We're having her seating restuffed with new foam.
She's going to have a bit more bounce.
A bit more bounce, hopefully, yes. We discovered one of our colleagues in security at the
Jeremy,
school,
or Jez.
Jez as he prefers.
And while we're talking about Jez,
Yes,
he works with a guy called Lee.
yes.
And I've got to mention Lee's
Lee,
name.
yeah.
Because he watches our videos.
Did you get the check off him?
No.
Well, don't mention him then.
Good evening, Lee. Good evening, Jez.
Anyway,
Yes,
Jez works for an upholsterer's in his sort of full-time job.
Yep.
And we've got talking to him, so Patsy's cushions and that, hopefully right now, are getting restuffed.
We will let you know what Patsy's new bouncy cushions or seating is like.
Hopefully they'll be done before
They better
Friday
be done.
when we go away. So we'll have nothing to sit
They
on.
better be done. We'll let you know what they're like when we go away next Friday, because
Yes.
that's in the news as well. We start our Easter getaway
Next Friday.
next Friday.
Yep.
And we're going, funnily enough, back to the area of what we're talking about tonight.
Second stop, yes, we are.
So-
yes.
But we'll let them know.
We'll get to that in eventually,
Yeah, but that's
if anyone's still listening.
Anyway, so Patsy's getting stuffed
Yes.
or rebounced.
Yes.
Okay. And the other thing is Protec.
Protec, yes, we touched on this I think last week or the week before.
Yeah, we did,
After the
didn't we?
NEC,
Yeah.
our Caravan in Pal Barry
Yep.
has one of the new Protec towing jackets.
One of the Twitterati.
Yes, indeed, yes.
Comes to Twitter camp.
And he's done a blog on his first thoughts on that.
Now-
Not tried it out, yeah, hasn't been to a site yet, but he's
No,
give it a go.
The
and I think he
blog
quite
is
likes
worth the blog or review is worth reading.
Yeah.
I congratulate Barry. It's his first ever
Yeah,
attempt at a review, a blog,
cracking job he's done.
and I think he's done an excellent job. Please go and read it. and see what you think. Whether you like the product or not,
Yeah.
Barry's done a cracking,
very entertaining,
job, hasn't he? And he's never done this before. No. I'm very pleased that he's chose us to guest blog on, because I think he's done a great job.
Yep.
He's also today,
just in.
This
really is stop press.
He has sent us over a little video that he's made of him putting it on his Caravan as well, hasn't he?
He has, yes.
And I think he's done a good job of that as well.
It's a very revealing.
Yes,
the video is. Yes, in more ways than one.
In more ways than one. You must watch this because Barry reveals more than he should. But no, he's done a good job. Again, this is his first attempt.
Yes.
You know, in front of the camera. I think he's done an excellent
Far
job.
better than I could ever wish to have.
You know, although I fully believe this product is an excellent product.
Yes.
I think he's done a cracking job on the review and the video that may, well, let's hope it's out by the time this goes out as well.
It should be,
It should be, shouldn't it? So both worth a look.
Very much so, yeah.
And I'm really pleased with it. And we should be doing, hopefully, during our trip up into the North East.
Well, we've got a visit to the factory, haven't we?
We've got a visit to the factory, and we're going to ask the managing director, live on film, hopefully.
Oh, are we?
Well, hopefully he'll agree to it. If not, certainly we're going to be doing a review of it. We're going to be asking him the questions that you have been asking on social media about this new towing jacket. I keep wanting to call it a cover,
jacket,
but it's more of a jacket because of how it's put on in the van, isn't it?
Yeah.
So watch out for that as well. We will be asking your questions pointedly at the MD of this company.
Yes.
And hopefully you will give you honest answers. And
we will. That should be good. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it should be good. So that's to come. Anyway, let's get on with what we're really here for.
What's that?
The site.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
And this site, I'm really excited about this site because we don't do many, although we spend our life in a pub, according to some people, we don't normally.
It's only for research purposes. Yeah. It's not as I enjoy it.
But this was a terrific pub site. And it's not a CL, it's a proper site, isn't it?
Yeah.
Attached to a pub.
Yeah.
In fact, the pub owns the site, everything.
Yes.
So, you tell them the rest.
Have you finished?
Yeah, where is it?
It took so long, I've forgotten.
No.
Right, it is the Railway Inn in Acklington in Northumberland. And we went there in March of 2015.
Really good, wasn't it?
Yep, it's just 4 miles off the A1, if you recall. Yep. Quite an easy one to get to.
Very easy.
Very quiet roads, no problem. Just by Acklington Railway Station.
Yep.
22 pitches. I think they must have expanded it a bit. 16 of which are hard standing.
Yep.
And they've got 3 self-catering cottages there too.
They were resurfacing them, some of them.
They were, yes, that's right. Yes.
Re-gravelling them, you know. Yeah. But it's got 2 sides, isn't it, with the pub in the middle, really.
That's right, yeah.
Well, some of the pitches are right in front of the pub, aren't they? Anyway, we was in the bit to the right of the pub as you look at the pub. I found the facility is really good. It's just basically a porter cabin converted, isn't it, really? Into
showers, separate,
but excellent.
Men's and women's, clean and tidy, washing up area. That's great.
Big shower cubicles, as I remember. So it's a cracking site, but the best of all is the pub.
Yep.
The pub is well, the food was cracking, wasn't it? Beer was good, although that time of year they don't have many.
They normally keep 2 or 3 real ales, but I think that time of year just had the one, which went down very well. As they generally do. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we only had one. And we had some cracking nights in there, didn't we?
Of course, the problem is that there's no Wi-Fi on the site.
No.
So to get Wi-Fi, you have to go into the pub. It's a bit of a mare, really. But,
we didn't like that, did we? I don't suppose we would have to do that now with our Soulwise, do we?
No, probably not.
That Soulwise could be a curse, couldn't it? Because
I suppose if you were to leave it behind, you'd have to go to the pub.
Yeah, well, not bother to fit it up.
No.
So anyway, and dogs are welcome.
Dogs welcome, obviously on site and in the bar, not in the separate restaurant area because they keep that. But you can eat in the bar, so
there's no problem. Anyway, our first night there was quite something, wasn't it? Because we went in, we had a meal, cracking meal as I remember. Got chatting to the locals, and then we kept seeing these people walk in with their instruments.
Various shapes and sizes,
And we wondered what was going on. Anyway, they soon informed us that they were going to have a Northumbrian music night or something.
Yeah, it's basically something they do once a month, I think.
I think you embarrassed yourself in asking them what Northumbrian music.
Well, I didn't have a clue, but I know someone else who didn't.
No, I didn't have a clue.
It's got a sort of a Celtic thing.
Twiddly dee, twiddly dum type.
Well, if you say so, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, everyone just turns up and have a jamming session and just sort of play a bit. And
it was excellent.
It was really, really great to watch.
We had
thoroughly enjoyed it.
We had to stay for extra research, didn't we? Because they were so enjoyable.
We did, yes. Sadly, yes.
Yeah,
I felt it was my duty, you know.
But being on a pub site,
yeah,
we only had to stagger out the door, didn't we?
Yes.
As I remember.
Yeah, the caravan wasn't too far away,
but
was it?
overall, the site is cracking, isn't
Yeah.
it? It
I
really
really
is.
enjoyed it.
Was it dear? I can't remember.
20 quid a night.
I don't think it's gone up a lot since.
No, it still is.
It's got new owners.
It has changed hands,
but
so obviously I can't say what the food and stuff's going to be like now, but it was certainly fine when we was there.
But they've kept the site and everything else exactly the same, I believe, haven't they? And they've still got...
Yeah. The only downside to it is, and it's not a downside to the site, is they were talking when we was there that there would be more trains stopping at the railway station, which is 2 minutes walk away.
Well, it's not.
Sadly, there isn't. There's still only the sort of 2-a-day commuter train. So unless you want to get up and go into Newcastle at silly o'clock, sort of the train is not an option for you, really.
But the trains we didn't find noisy, did we?
Oh no, it wasn't noisy at all. I'm just saying in terms of actually going somewhere on the train.
On the train, yeah. But it's. Well, we're going to talk about the area, the Northumbrian coast, which is basically what we did on
mostly,
this trip.
yes.
We mostly stuck to the coast, apart from one place which we'll come to. But basically, I suppose, first place we went to?
Well, the first place we went to was Tynemouth.
Well, before we go there,
yes,
something we discussed one night in the pub. I'd never really understood
what constitutes a Geordie.
A Geordie.
Yes.
Well, they soon explained to us in this pub, didn't they?
Us ignorant southerners, yeah.
Yeah, because I perhaps called them all Geordies and they didn't like that at all, did they?
Knowing you, Trev, yeah.
Yeah, so they put me straight about what a Geordie is. And I don't know if you're aware out there, but we will inform you what a Geordie is. A Geordie must be born within the city of Newcastle to be a Geordie. Apparently. Well, according to these people, and these people should know.
Yeah.
I thought a Geordie was anyone in sort of that area, but no. Got to be born in Newcastle. Yep. So there you go. Anyway, sorry, I butted in.
Yeah, how unusual.
Yeah. That's a sort of black song, wasn't it, or something? No.
Well, I butted in.
No. Get on with it. Tynemouth.
Obviously, as the name suggests, at the mouth of the Tyne River.
Yep. And
we was just on the northern side of it. And from Tynemouth, you can get the metro into Newcastle proper, which is something we're hoping to do this time.
Yep. They got that big statue.
They've got the statue of, I think he's Admiral Lord Collingwood, overlooking the mouth of the river there.
Of the river. And standing at that mouth.
He's done his thing at Trafalgar or something.
Something like that, yeah. The memory's failing me, but yeah, he's big, weren't he, in sailing terms?
Yes.
And it's a cracking view across that.
It's a wonderful view, yeah. You've got an old priory along the... If you remember, we walked up to it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah. It's cracking. It was quite enjoyable there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we ended up in a coffee shop somewhere around there as well.
Unbelievably, only coffee, yes.
Yeah, it was really good, yeah. So, anyway, other place on that day was New Biggins on Sea.
New Biggin by Sea.
It
was a lovely part of the Northumbrian coastline. If you remember on the breakwater, there's that statue of the couple.
Oh, yeah.
And it was quite a misty day, but it looked quite eerie just sort of sitting up there, didn't it? And I think that's a place as well where they had to import a load of sand or bring a load of sand up from Scarborough years back due to coastal erosion.
Yeah. It is beautiful along there, isn't it? But the whole of that coastline is quite what I call eerie, but
it's got that sort of rugged,
especially at the time of year we saw it. But let's come inland a little bit, and I want to talk about this because we've been up to that part of the world quite a few times, but I can honestly say this place we're going to talk about, which is what the prop is for. You may wonder what a light bulb has got to do with a house in the middle of Northumberland.
Well, I know.
You know.
I was there.
Well, perhaps you should tell the audience exactly what this is all about.
Cragside House and Estate.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Managed by the National Trust.
Yeah.
And we come across this thanks to that TV show with Robson Green.
Yeah, we did.
When he went all around Northumberland.
Yeah, we did.
It was the first house to be lit entirely by hydroelectricity.
Yeah.
If you remember, they've got the Archimedes screw that's powered by the lake.
Be a picture up there, won't there?
Yeah, there might be, yeah. If I get round to it. Yeah. And now it's lit entirely by LED lights.
So this house, and it's not a massive stately home, is it?
No.
It's a very respectable type accommodation, actually. Like me and you could live there, couldn't we? You know,
we could do, yeah.
If we had some money.
Couldn't afford to run it, but yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's not Buckingham Palace. It's not Windsor Castle.
No.
You know, it's not. It's bigger than your average family home.
Yeah, quite a bit.
But it's not like a stately home estate, is it? It's a cracking looking house, I think.
Yeah.
And inside,
yeah,
God, it was fitted out beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very well kept as well, wasn't it? Really but what makes it to me is the estate, because you've got I think they don't open the house till lunchtime, if I remember rightly. But you've got a 6 mile drive, or walk if you prefer. Drive, yeah. Around the estate, we go through all the woodland and past the lakes. I mean, it's absolutely stunning, isn't it?
We drove it,
and there's loads of walkways through, so if you want to walk parts of it, you can as well.
Now, if you remember, we walked through the gardens, because there's a garden in front of the house, and we walked down to the lake.
Yes.
And then we come up round and up by the the hydroelectric and everything else, and then we went for a drive round that estate.
Yeah.
And that estate is just
gorgeous, isn't it?
And again, because basically they were producing electricity there, there's all these lakes on the higher bit, isn't there?
Right.
That fed the and we was there in March, and I found it absolutely beautiful then. In the middle of summer, you take a picnic onto that estate.
Make a real day of it. You can find all these little areas to sit. There's plenty of them too, isn't there? Be it overlooking one of the lakes or in the woodland sort of clearings or somewhere.
Do you know what I mean? We're lucky enough. We've done lots of country estates and houses and one thing and another over the years. But I shall never forget this one. This one is just, it's just something magical about it. And because of the history of the light bulb and everything that this guy done, basically invented this thing, didn't he?
No.
Well, he helped. Didn't he help invent it or something? Wasn't he part of the family who...
He might have been, I don't know. I just have to read up on it.
Yeah, he was. He was something to do with that. That's why it's always done this electric thing in it or something. Anyway, no matter what he done, it's a cracking place, isn't it? It's superb. And well worth a visit and a must-do place to go and see it.
Absolutely. And if you're a National Trust member, obviously you get in
for nothing.
For now.
And I could imagine anyone spending the whole day there. It's just cracking.
Fantastic.
Fully recommend that place. Anyway, other places that are on this list.
Yes, that was our first sort of 2 days there, wasn't it?
But before we start talking about some of these other places,
You've got to change your pad.
It's pause time.
Oh, right, okay.
Pause time.
Right, let's pause then.
Let's pause. Not pad, pause. Had your pause?
Yes, I've had my pause, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Had your drugs and, you blown your nose and...
Yes, had a clear out. Had the rods up there,
Yeah, he is suffering this week. You don't mind doing this for your public, though, do you?
No, I don't mind at all, no.
Sitting here drinking beer and,
Yeah, it's some sacrifice. Prepared to make.
Anyway.
Cheers.
Let's talk about... Let's go back to the coast. We went... A lot of this, actually, we're going to also be discussing on our next trip, which starts next week.
Yes.
Basically. So we'll give you some outlines, but we went to Holy Island.
Yeah.
And we had a crack. I don't know whether we will go back there next week. It depends on time, doesn't it? Really.
Well, I hope so, because it's not too far from our second stop.
Second stop, isn't it? Yeah. But Holy Island, I remember we parked up and then we walked right out to the little peninsula there and everything else. And it's a crack. We did walk.
We did walk, yes. Yeah, we did, yeah.
It was and if I remember right, it was a really cold but bright.
It was a beautiful day. It started off a bit sort of misty, but it cleared.
It was cleared.
Unfortunately, it didn't have long there because...
Oh, the tide.
Because of the causeway, we had to be back on the mainland, or else we'd have been there all day, which wouldn't have mattered if it weren't for the fact that we was going
bit further
back up the A1
yeah.
to meet friends.
Whenever you want to, always beware, if you're going to Holy Island, check out the tide times of when you can go over to the island and how long you can be there and everything else. Whatever you do, don't get stranded. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, we didn't spend long there because then we would arrange to meet some friends at Berwick-on-Tweed.
Berwick-on-Tweed, yeah.
And Berwick-on-Tweed is our second stop of the Easter tour, isn't it?
Yes.
So we will give you a lot more information on Berwick-on-Tweed. You know, in the next week or coming weeks.
The one thing we did do, and this was on the advice of the landlady at the pub, says if you're not worried about the town, because the town is a town, do the walk around the town on the sort of the city walls. That was fantastic.
And if you remember, our friends at the time, Jane had hurt her ankle.
That's right. Yes.
And we was a bit worried. Did we get a wheelchair, or we was going to arrange a wheelchair?
No, I think
she managed it in the end, didn't she?
It was not that far round, to be fair.
No,
we just took it nice and gently.
She did struggle, but she got round, didn't she?
Yeah.
And there's some fabulous views as well of the viaduct.
Yeah, the bridges. Yeah.
We'll go more into
I'm
Berwick.
very much looking forward to do that again.
Because hopefully we're there nearly a week, aren't we?
Yes. Yep.
On Caravan Club site.
Yes, Caravan and Motorhome Club now.
Yeah, hopefully T1 will come and see us while we're up there. Hopefully, come and see us, T1, and bring T-Dog. Anyway, yes. So where else? We've got a few castles and.
It's worth pointing out while we were there, we did have a quick trip into Newcastle.
Yeah, we did.
But it was only sort of by the time we got the train and stuff sorted out, it was only a short day. So we went to that museum, didn't we? But we're going to be doing Newcastle properly, hopefully, in this trip. We're going to come back to that.
A week's time, yeah. So again, we'll do Newcastle. We'll do more about Berwick-on-Tweed.
Yep.
This place, 9-hole golf course. What was that name of that
Almouth.
place? Wasn't that a beautiful place?
Fantastic. That was a sort of a northern coastal drive. That day on the Saturday, wasn't it?
That's just down from Berwick. Well, just down from Holy Island, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, they're all south of there. Yeah, because we started off at Walkworth Castle.
Yeah.
Stopped there first, and that was a little bit further up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's boasts the oldest 9-hole links course in England, I think.
Yeah. And it's beautiful there, isn't it? With that little harbour where it comes in.
It's so idyllic.
And it's just one of them pictures. It hasn't got a pub though, I don't think. I can't remember a pub being there. Can you?
Oh, it must have.
Was it? It might have been.
I'll tell you what. Should we go back and find out?
We'll go back this time and find out. But yeah, that is a cracking place, isn't it? Bamburgh Castle. Now, what was the other castle that we started to walk to?
At Cresty, you've got Dunstamborough Castle, where you park up, and it's quite a walk to it, and we got a little way there. We thought, actually, no, I don't fancy this. It was cold and windy.
Oh, God, it was
bitter,
actually,
wasn't it? It's not a complete castle anyway. I think it's more of a ruin. So we ended up back in the village and had a cup of tea and a sandwich.
Don't get us wrong. I think it was a really, really cold, bitter day, wasn't it? And the only way to get there is along the seafront.
You have to walk, yeah.
You have to walk it, don't you? And it weren't that pleasurable walk because it's quite sort of rough ground, isn't it? And everything else. And it was bitter cold, wasn't it?
Yes.
And I don't think we was particularly
dressed. I was particularly enthused by it, were we?
So we got halfway there and decided that we'd seen enough. I think we took a photo from the distance and decided to go back where the car park was because there was a cafe, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, in the village of Craster itself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was it.
This was very nice.
But you know, as I say, that coastline is so wild and rugged. At the time of year we saw it, it's beautiful. We're going to hopefully see it better.
Some better weather, I do hope so.
It's a little bit later in the year, isn't it? Only by
a week or so.
A week or so, but you know, let's hope.
Further up, and this was on the recommendation of someone we was talking to in the pub. It was Newton by the Sea.
Oh yeah.
Little community.
The Ship Inn.
Yeah, the Ship Inn.
Well, we stopped.
Most of the places look like sort of holiday lets now.
Yeah, we had to go in there for a drink.
The ship-in, they brewed their own beer.
Yeah,
and it was very nice too. It could have stayed there all afternoon if we'd not had the car.
No, that's right. It was very, very nice, and it's one of them idyllic little places.
Yeah, a lovely beach.
It was packed though as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I think we had a job to get a seat, didn't we?
Yeah.
And again, there's lots of seating on the outside, but it was quite a cold day, weren't it? Really.
I think we were the only ones that weren't in sort of walking boots and sensible outdoor gear.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was incredible. Anyway, that's basically our stop at the Railway Inn. Cracking site. Fully recommend it.
It's particularly the coastline up there. I absolutely love. As I said before, that sort of rugged.
And we're up there again.
There. So
next Friday we start on our journey, and we're spending the first 4 days, and we'll tell you more about our trip next week. But we're basically up there in just over a week's time again because we love Northumberland.
Yes, absolutely.
And we love that part of the world. And we nearly actually went back to that site, didn't we?
We did, talked about it.
But we just wanted to go a bit further.
Try somewhere new.
Try new sites, don't we? And we just wanted to go a bit further north and to Berwick anyway.
Well, Berwick will give us the chance to hopefully have a day in Edinburgh.
Yeah, we go on the train, I think.
Yeah.
Go on the train.
It should be good.
So, yeah. Anyway, so with our electric light bulb, I'm still not sure. I'm sure he had something, or his family had something to do with bulbs or something.
Well, there you go. Anyone knows? Comments below.
Comments below. And
put us right.
Put us right. And from the beer, because we're up in
even though it's not Northumbrian beer.
Cornish. Don't know where yours is. Greedy King. Anyway, so it's good night from here.
We haven't done the dead people.
I didn't know we had dead people tonight, have we?
Well, we haven't. I just thought I'd mention it because
we haven't even got a question tonight.
No, we organised, didn't we? If you remember, there was lots of complaints that we'd missed out the dead people. Well, one.
Oh, right.
So
we haven't got.
What?
Can you remember who won the competition last week?
Yes, Martin Davis.
Oh, right.
Yes.
And Martin Davis won it because he got all 3 questions right. Somebody else was very quick.
Yes.
But he only answered 2 questions.
He got all 3. The 2 Beatles.
Can you remember?
Bob
yeah.
Mitchell.
But he only got 2. Martin got all 3
yes.
correct. Do you want to give the answers? John Lennon.
Yep.
Bought it for Julian.
Yep.
Ringo Starr.
Yes.
Bought it off the Lennon estate after he died.
That's right.
So they were the 3 answers to our question. Can you think of a quick question?
No.
We're not very well organised because he's had a cold. I've been working all morning. Bless. And believe it or not, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. No, it's Mother's Day today. And by the time you watch this...
It's Mother's Day, yes.
It's Mother's Day. And we should be up in Cambridge delivering Brighton College musicians...
Kids to a
big final
of a music thing, concert. Yeah.
And Brighton College, hopefully, I wish them the best of luck.
Yes, very much so.
We should know whether they're winners by the time this goes out, though, won't we?
Yeah, we will, yeah.
But they won't know because this is recorded. Sorry about that. We'll tell you next week if they win. We've got 4 groups in it.
Yes, apparently. So
stand a good chance, don't we? Anyway, we're up in sunny Cambridge today.
Yeah.
We've been there. Hey, let's go home. We've had a good night from you.
And a good night from me.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.